Welcome to my channel Technical Arcoin. Today's topic, final keyword in Java. So go for it. Now the topic is final keyword in Java. Especially final keyword can use in three separate area. One is your final variable, one is your final method, and another is final class. What is final variable? When you declare a variable as final, value of a variable can never be modified. Means variable can be initialized only once and treat as constant. Clear? Next one is final method. Means method can never be overwritten. Another is final class. Class can never be inherited. Okay? The final keyword in Java is used to restrict the user, like that. The final variable, final method, and final class. Okay? Now we talk about final variable at first. Okay? Now the example is like that. Final int a equal to 10. What does mean? Means the value what is assigned within the variable a is never be changed. Means a is a constant. Okay? The final keyword can be applied with the variable like that. A final variable that have no value, it is called blank final variable or uninitialized final variable. Okay? It can be initialized in the constructor only. The blank final variable can be static also, which will be initialized in the static block only. Okay? Now the example for blank final variable, like that, the class student, and we are defined to member, int id, and string name. Now the another member is defined, but we are defining as final. But what happened? This variable is not initialized here. We already told this variable should be initialized in the constructor section. So that is the constructor. Means the constructor should be the same name as the class and have no return type. So here we are initialize the value. So this is an example of blank final variable. Now the example for static blank final variable. Okay? Now we are defining a member which is a static and also final. Static final int data within the class A, but we are not initialize the value. So what happened? If it is a static blank final variable, then this initialization is done only within the static block. So that's why we given a static block and initialize data equal to 10. And after that we print the value within the main function, that as it is a static member, so that's why we are just calling the class name dot the member name. Okay? Now we are talking about final method. Okay? Now here we are given example class A and is defining the final method. Just what happened? Now we are just write the final keyword before the return type. So final void run. So if we declare a method as final, then the method never be overridden by its subclass. Means if this class is inherit by the another class, then this method, means this void run method, is never be overwritten within the inherited class. Okay? Now we go for the example for final class, right? So example is like that. We are defining final class A and there have some body and we want to inherit that particular class within the B, class B extend A. Unfortunately, this statement is not execute. Why? Because Java doesn't support when a class is declared as final, so then this class is never be inherited. Okay? Now points to be remembered. First, number one, we cannot declare a constructor as final because constructor is never inherited. Means this. Okay? Number two, we can declare any parameter as final, then we cannot change the value of it. Okay? Number 3, final method can be inherited, but we cannot overwrite it. Okay, I hope you have understood this topic. Thank you.